Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining me. This is going to be a nice short broadcast, but it's packed full of good stuff. So, if you're watching me in my private group, perhaps Thermolysis Skincare for Estheticians, Nurses Love the Skin Classic, LinkedIn, YouTube, or better than that, please, I hope you're watching me from RN Faces on Facebook because that's where all the magic will happen. I'll be able to give away my presentation today. You'll be able to get the two most important things that you as a Skin Classic provider can have in your arsenal to bring in new clients, do way more skin tag procedures, and be able to chat freely with your clients about their embarrassing skin tags, brown spots, broken capillaries, etc. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Stephanie Halvik. I'm a registered nurse, owner of RN Faces and the Skin Classic. We treat all kinds of minor skin imperfections with this lovely little device. So let me know in the comments where you're watching from, and also if you have any questions during the presentation, let me know. And also later in the broadcast, I'll also tell you how you can get what I'm giving away, but you've got to be on my page, RN Faces Facebook um, LLC. So, okay, guys, I think I should probably get started. Hopefully, you all can um, hear me really well. And what I'm going to do is drop let me see, I just want to see if I could see who's here. Okay, there we go. So, okay, so in my practice, I have streamlined my entry for my client. So, what does that mean? I never liked giving a client a form to fill out in my office, all the while they're sitting there filling out a form, chatting with me. Then they're asking me questions like, "Oh, well, what's sebaceous hyperplasia?" Well, I often would say, if you don't know what it is, you probably don't have it, right? But more importantly, it was a big time waster. I love my clients. I love to consult with them, but I really want to condense my time so that I have more time for treatment than I do for watching them do paperwork. So, who out here does their paperwork online? Let me see. And okay, you're from Georgia's Rapid City. All right. So if I can't see your name, you're probably watching some from another platform. So let me get started here because I did promise this was going to be a quick one. Give me out a hands, thumbs up, a heart if you can hear me. Everything's good. You can see all right. Um, I have the easiest way, and this is what I train like my entry level nurses that are starting their practices. We don't want to be bogged down with paperwork. So I do all of my forms in jot form. And that's really like no big secret. A lot of you probably use jot form, but this is the important thing. So for all of you Skin Classic users out there, raise your hand. Let me know you're watching because I want to drop this bomb on you, which if you've chatted with me on the phone or messenger, if you've told me, I don't know, I haven't really gotten traction with my current clients with the Skin Classic, what could I do? Well, there are a lot of things you can do. You can post on your Facebook, your Instagram, your emails, things like that. That's one way. But you have to make sure that every single client that you have walking through your door for an appointment knows that you have this magical device that will rid them of their skin tags. The last thing you want to do is have a client that maybe hasn't been in for a year and they come and they're in your chair and maybe they're there for an eyebrow wax or something, and you look down and you see a bunch of skin tags on their neck. You start to salivate and you're like, oh my God, how do I tell her that she's got these skin tags and that I could treat them and I could do it at this appointment if she wanted me to? But You don't want to embarrass your nice client and say, hey, you've got something on your face, or hey, you've got a neck full of skin tags. That would be rude, right? But what if you were well prepared? That client called and wanted to make an appointment, but what do? You say, oh, Mrs. Jones, I would be happy to see you next week. I am going to send you an updated client form. Kindly fill that out for me, and I'll be happy to take care of you. So you get an updated form from her, but let's see something here. I want to share one of my Jot forms with you, and I'll do this one. Okay, so this Jot form, I'm going to take it from the top. This is I think this is the one I'm on. Nope. I think this is the one I'm on. Okay. So if I go all the way to the top here, Jot form you can use for free. But this is my Jot form, and you're all going to be able to get this Jot form in the comments below. The word forms, and you will be able to receive these two forms, right? We have a spa evaluation form, which gives you all the information that you need. They can simply fill this out, and it gets directed to your inbox, your email box. And see, now we have all the pretty much the same questions that a lot of people might have on their forms. But as we go down here, I want to show you, and this is a pretty comprehensive form. So this is what I do. I have a couple things here. Minor skin imperfections that you would like treated. Okay, so they don't know that you have a skin classic. They don't know that you can do these services, right? But when they fill out this form and you are asking them, maybe what would you like treated? Skin tags, broken capillaries, sunspots. They're all listed. And then I also have a little caveat because there are some states too that want you to either be checked out by a derm or at least just know that your client has gone to a dermatologist. I understand that a dermatologist may be recommended before some of the minor skin imperfections. Maybe you have somebody with super large skin tags, right? Well, maybe it would be nice if maybe some of them are too large for us to treat. Maybe you want to ship them to the derm. But anyway, so I have all of these on my list. And I also include things like wrinkles, dry skin, large pores, because I do microneedling in the way of dermafrac. So this also opens the door. Once these things are checked off and I get that email well before their very first appointment, I get to spring into action and know that when I am doing their consultation, I am going to zero in on their minor skin imperfections because they have allowed me to. They opened the door. They're saying, I have these. I would like these treated. So you don't have any reason to not talk about your skin classic. Get that before and after book out. Have it handy, have your derm light handy because we like to look professional. We like to show our clients what we can do for them and also what they're going to look like in between treatments while they're healing. Super important. And Jill, make sure that you say forms, not firms. Our bot system won't pick up on that. Hey, and if you are watching from another platform, hop onto RN Faces on Facebook page, and we'll be able to get you these great forms in a template form so that you'll be able to work up the magic. Now, let me get rid of this one here because now we went over this, right? So, okay, so I get this question a lot though. I have some, like I'm old school, but not that old school. I'm 64, but there's like other people that are older than me starting their practices, starting a practice or augmenting their practices, and they like to say, "Yeah, but I like paper. I like the feel of it. I like to put it in a file." Okay, fine. If that's what you like to do, then simply print it out. There's an option. Once you can print it out as a PDF. So if they fill it out here on their phone or their laptop, then you'll get it to the email. And then, okay, then I get the other question. Well, my client, she's not digitally sound. She can't do it. She has trouble doing everything. Not a problem. In my office, which I don't have in my hot hand because I'm not in the office today, I have laminated my forms. So if I have a client that was slow on the go to do the form before they came in for their appointment, they can still simply fill it out. I have a laminated form and those dry erase markers, and they can tick off everything, fill it in. I then can snap a picture of that and put it in their digital folder. I use Square through appointments, and I can also keep track of their forms in Square. So it's very easy. I don't know if I made that sound complicated, but so if you don't like the digital stuff, you can simply snap a picture of it after it's laminated, have them fill it out. You can do that with your consents. You can do that with your updated intake forms too. So that's just a little trick. But I got to tell you, I have a lot of old people in my practice and I love them. And guess what? They're all on their phones. They're all on their computers. I haven't had one person have trouble filling out these jot forms. So I'm going to get rid of this one and let me show you this one. Now, this is my updated intake form. I wish I knew who everybody was here. I just don't see all the names. I would love to say, give you a big old shout out. Maybe put your names in the comment too. That way I can know who we're going to be getting these forms to. So this is my updated intake form. And there's just a few questions here. You know, the client that maybe hasn't come in a year, or maybe you missed the boat by not putting those items on your intake form like I just showed you, right? So you're thinking, "Oh, I want to tell everybody I'm doing the Skin Classic without telling them I'm doing the Skin Classic." So if you go down here, let me make sure I'm looking okay here. Yeah, okay. Okay, there we go. So if you come down on my intake, my updated intake form, I have, are you bothered by any of these issues? So I put in all of the same things that I like to put in on the other form. I also include things like fine lines, sunspots, dull skin, wrinkles, blotchy skin, acne scars. So this way, my client, once they tick off a few of those, I have carte blanche to go ahead and examine the other things as well. So I feel like this is a great way to gently point out their minor skin imperfections or things that may be bothering them. They've opened up Pandora's box for me. So I need to be prepared with procedures, skincare, of things that I can help them with. And if there is something I can't help them with, then I also need to be prepared in giving them a referral to maybe a dermatologist, a physician, a laser specialist, a nurse injector. Those are the types of things you need to think about when you're doing a consultation because they are coming to you for a lot of good advice. Yes, hey everybody. All right, okay. And if you don't get your forms from me, then it might be because I can't see that you're, maybe you're not on my RN Faces page, but we'll try to do that. So I have one more page to show you. So, okay, so let's just recap a little bit. You've got the intake form. Your client, everybody's clients fill these out. Do it digitally. You'll save that time in the office that you won't have to sit there staring at your client doing paperwork. They don't have to come in 15 minutes early. They can come in on the button. So your appointments go like clockwork. And you can already be prepared by looking at their digital intake form and know ahead what you're actually going to talk to your client about. You're going to know their issues. So this is a perfect way to prepare for a superb consultation, a very succinct consultation as well. So, and if you've missed the boat and you never did that with your initial form and put all those goodies like sebaceous hyperplasia, skin tags, etc., go ahead and quickly make up an updated intake form to mimic what I have, but you won't have to really make it up. I'm going to send these to you. You can put your logo on them. You can use them in your emails, text messages, embed it onto your website, your Facebook page, everywhere, right? So people have access to this, and that's important too. So, my last screen that I want to show you is this one. Okay, so I use Jotform and it is free to use. Look, jotform.com, you can get up to 5 forms and it be free. So I have more forms just because I do, but think of it. If you are a Skin Classic provider, you can do your original form, do an updated intake, and you can also put perhaps your consent and your aftercare in one form, right? So that takes care of all of that. They get all of that in one form. So I like that idea too. Mine are separate, but that's because I'm in a different plan. But go ahead and condense a couple things, right? That wouldn't be so bad. And then you still have 2 more forms for whatever other procedures of consent, aftercare that you want to do. And it's free. So who here, raise your hand, let me know who here has Jotform already. Give me a thumbs up, a heart, something like that. I'm going to go to my RN Faces page right here on my phone and see who you all are because I can't see everybody. I'm sorry to say. Okay. Oh, Elizabeth, how are you? Yes. And Jennifer and Marguerite. Awesome. I'm glad to see all you guys. So let me know, do you think this is helpful for your practice? Do you feel like this would be a good time saver? And I'm all about saving time because time is money. So I like to rush my clients. My clients know I never rush them in, rush them out. But when I have all their information right at my fingertips, there is nothing better than that. Okay, well, great. I see. Thanks for the thumbs up, you guys. I appreciate it. And get back to me later today because you can do this in all of about 2 minutes. So once you get onto Jotform, you'll be able to use my template. I'm going to send you my templates, my 2 templates, and then you'll be able to upload them into your own Jotform. Start sending them out to your clients. If you have clients later this afternoon, send them an updated intake form. Even though maybe they just got there, they were a new client last month, send it to every single client that's going to make an appointment with you, and they will know that you have the goodness of a Skin Classic in your office, and guaranteed you will do more Skin Classic procedures. I guarantee it's the easiest way to do it. So, okay, we'll see. I did promise to do this as quickly as possible today. So I am going to let you all have a beautiful Monday, and I will see you probably next week for another training. Thanks all for joining me. And if there's any questions, or if there are any, and questions, always drop them in the comments. I'll get them answered for you in the comments as well. And if there is something that you need a little help with in your practice, especially with regards to the Skin Classic or the Dermafrac or the Illuminate LED, let me know. I would love to provide that training for you. So I will take off, and I'm going to have a beautiful Monday. I hope everybody else does too. See you.